Today I'm hooking with the potable water. This is from your city service water to campground or wherever you're going to be hooked up. It's not from your tank. And there is a special hose that you should use for this. It's the white hose or something for drinking water. I'm just testing it. Right now I do have a white hose, but I don't have it connected to this. This is from my city water line. And the reason being, they said there's a little bit of a content of lead in your regular garden hose. I don't know how much is in here lead-wise, but yeah. Now you need a pressure regulator on there to regulate your pressure so you don't overpower your lines. I did hook this up, I think, last year, or actually when we got it, and it did have a little leak in the bathroom area, but I did have the faucet turned on full blast. So this is my city water faucet, and I'm just going to turn it slightly so there's not a lot of pressure. I don't know the exact pressure from it. I'd have to look it up, but I just have a little bit. First thing I want to check is to make sure this hose isn't leaking at source at its entrance into the camper. Okay, you can see it is leaking a little bit. I would say it's possibly the gasket, but I'm not even sure about that. I'll replace the gasket. Let's see how that works. The gaskets get dry and brittle over time. Okay, let me check the faucet first. Make sure it works. Oh, look at all that junk coming out of it. Okay. Besides your water source, you also need to check your drain pipes. The drains from your sink to make sure it's not leaking in any of the drains. I don't see any type of leak here. This is underneath the sink. Nothing, which is good. Okay. Now, your hot water. Okay. The hot water comes directly from the hot water heater, which is not connected at this time. I need to run this. Look how bad that water looks. Meaning that I'm going to need to somehow clean out the lines. I'll let it run for a while. I might put a inlet bleach and water, slight amount of bleaching water through the hose to make sure I can flush the system out. It's not coming from the tank, remember that for a fact. It's not coming from the supply tank, it's coming directly from the city water line. Okay, the next step I'll be doing is checking the sink in the bathroom here. And there's water running through that. Now I did winterize these water lines, so do I have a leak below? Apparently not. The last time I tried this, is a possibility that I had the pressure too high and the water got out of past one of these fittings. That might not be tightened enough. That's okay. Finally, shower. There we go. Now this will be directly going in. The water from that is draining from these drains will go directly into the my gray water tank. So there will be gray water stored in it. I'm not using any soap or anything, so I can drain this directly onto my lawn without actual problems. I do need to check the toilet too, see what's going on there to be clean. Now, how do I flush this? Rinse and flush. Okay. And there we go. toilet's working. I don't know about the neck. Yeah, it works fine. So right now, it appears that the only thing that I need to do is to flush the lines out, put a new gasket. Okay, well, okay, I'm having a problem with the gray water drain in the bathtub. I really don't know if it ever worked at all because I've never tried it. Now I'm using a plunger to try to plunge this thing, but so far I haven't been successful. One thing to remember, don't use anything like Drano or anything on these pipes. These are plastic pipes and they will melt with a chemical like that. So all I can do right now is use a plunger, and if that doesn't work, then I'll have to probably snake it, or worst comes to worst, take off the gray water tank and see what's plugging it up. There's also a possibility that during the winter months something could have climbed in here, which I don't know. I don't know if I didn't have a drain cap on this, so yeah, there's a good possibility that could be the problem. Alright, more to come. Thank you for watching. Okay, open up the gray water tank valve here, and about 3 or 4 gallons of water came out, plus the sludgy chunk here from the drain. It's clean water. I haven't used any soap or anything in it, so it's perfectly safe. And what I need to do is to close this back up. Just a push-pull valve. I can close it. I don't know if there's a way to lubricate that or not. And just turn it and close it. Okay. And I'll put the cap back on. Still need to open up the black water tank, since I have that on straight. So go on this. Yeah, that's right. Reason being, there's nothing in the black water tank. Maybe about a quart of water tops that I use to flush the toilet. Why is this hard to do with one hand? There we go. Now the next thing, okay, I did plunge the bathtub again, and all the water went down. So I think that scummy stuff in there that was left in there is probably the reason why the water didn't go down. Alright, let me try it now. Well, I can't, it's not hooked up. The water isn't hooked up yet. Outside I did have a little bit of a leak, and it wasn't from the incoming water, but it looks like it was leaking from the drain line, and that's probably because everything was plugged up to the point of entering the clear water tank. So that's probably why it was leaking. That shouldn't be a problem. There isn't any water that is usually stored in your gray water drain lines, so that shouldn't be a problem. I will check it further to make sure, see if there's a crack or something in a pipe. Okay, now next step will be replacing the gaskets, the O-ring on the incoming water. I bought some rubber washers to hook up in what you call potable water inlet, and I also bought this hose adapter with valve. Now this is pretty much basic if you were going to go to an RV store and get something to reduce your pressure. This is probably what you're going to find, something similar to this, but costing about 4 or 5 times more. I only paid $3.99 for this. I paid $4 for this, and it works the same. This in the combination reducing my pressure at the faucet of the water city water, and then adding on this for a little bit of an extra way to reduce pressure should work fine. So I'm going to connect all this, put the new washers in, and see how it goes from there. Sometimes these old O-rings or washers are hard to get out, so you have to get a tool to take them apart out of here. It's loosened up, I believe. Yeah. It's hard to do this one-handed. I'm going to stop the camera for a minute and remove this washer. I turned on the water, and now I'm going to turn on the valve here. Now so far there is no leaking, so there isn't any leak from the hose to here. Now if it leaks back around there, it's something different. Okay, I've got it about a third. I'm actually going to cut that down a little bit, and it seems good, no leaking, so I have this fixed. Okay, I turned on the water indoors inside the camper, the hot and the cold, and there we go. There we go. I gotta let that run for a while. Twofold, I want to clear the water out, run the water through the line and make sure the rust cleared out. And just the cold water for this one. And I will try the bathtub and the sink. Sink first. Works good. There is some air in the line, that's why you're hearing that little bubbling noise. Okay, now I'm going to plug up the bathtub again because I want to check the drain. Make sure all that works. I'll probably fill it up about quarter to third of the way. And the other thing I didn't check was the shower. Which works, but as you know, these RV showers are not as powerful as the ones we have indoors. So, but it'll work fine, and we don't want to use a lot of water at one time anyway, considering that the holding tank on the hot water tank, which I haven't even looked at yet, will probably be only 3 gallons or so, maybe more. What it looks like to me is the hot water tank might even have a separate holding tank somewhere, but I haven't seen it yet. Unless it's one of those instant ons, but to me I'm thinking that it's a gas-powered one. In fact, I only need to take a look at that right now and see if it's gas or electric. Let me check below here, make sure nothing's leaking. No water below. Great. I'll fill that bathtub up a little bit more, see if the drain works. Kitchen sink seems to work fine. That's the hot water side, cold water side. Nothing's leaking in here. No water stain. Let's check the hot water tank. See what's in there. Direct vent heater, American Appliance. Yeah, it's gas. You can see here from this right here. Here's a gas valve, and I don't think it's a combination either. Wow. Okay, that's ground. Yeah, there is. It's a gas valve. And it says vent and terminal built in. Wow, look at all the mossness up there. That has to be cleaned out. I haven't even looked at this yet. And I do have all the paperwork with this camper. Complete set of paperwork for all the appliances and things. So I will be able to check this out. I assume that parts are available, and if I need them. And well, I don't have any gas. I don't have propane hooked up right now, so I wouldn't know. But I don't know how many BTUs it is. Gas input, it's all worn out. Inlet. How many gallons is this? Tank is Doesn't say. Huh. Yeah, it looks like, I don't know, 5 or 8 gallons. No. Okay, more to come later. Okay, I do have a drip somewhere here. And where is it coming from? It's probably one of the drains. I think at the sink, between that sink and then back of the furnace. This may be a problem in the fix. Reason being that I might have to take out some of the equipment just to get into it. Well, I'll be doing something on this too, so later video on this thing. Thanks.